Good morning. Is it afternoon yet? Oh yes, it is noon. Um, Checking in on live again today. Following up with more water tips. So one thing everybody says, oh, drink more water, drink more water. You probably do need to drink more water. Most people aren't getting enough. However, what we don't talk about, why are my phones making noises? What people don't talk about, especially for my athletes, and this is something that I run to very often, is pre-hydrating. So you can't just show up for your game or your activity. You can't show up for a marathon not hydrated, because that's just going to set you up for failure. Going to lead to cramping and other symptoms following your activity, during your activity, and following your activity. So you want to make sure that you are pre-hydrated. So before you show up to your game, your practice, your running event, whatever sport you play, even if you're just a weekend warrior, you want to make sure that you are pre-hydrating. So make sure you are getting your water in, your fluid intake before leading up to your activity, and you want to just sip, don't chug a bottle of water right before you go out onto the field, because you're going to be very uncomfortable. But you want to make sure that you're getting it about an hour out and about an hour beforehand. You can just, sip water leading up to it. Hydrating during your event, obviously, and beforehand you can do like a sports drink or something that's going to get you through, get your electrolytes in, that's going to get you through your activity. Most activities, unless you are going past an hour and a half of straight activity, so like running a marathon, you're not really gonna, you don't necessarily need sports drinks or electrolytes during that activity. So that's why I say getting your electrolytes beforehand, and then during the activity you can just be sipping on water to keep yourself hydrated. Following an activity, following your games, your competitions, your races, you can then go back in and rehydrate and restore your electrolytes using some sort of sports drinks. Watch the sugar in the sports drinks, though. The sports drinks tend to have a lot of sugar. You could also use an electrolyte replacement, like I tend to like Liquid IV. And actually, a lot of people don't know, I take an emergency every morning following my workouts, and emergencies actually have electrolytes in them as well. You could also do coconut water or some other form of electrolyte replacement. So you want to make sure that you pre-hydrate. That's the part where a lot of people slip up. They don't pre-hydrate. So pre-hydrate before your activity, obviously hydrate during your activity, and then rehydrate following your activity. If you tend to get night cramps, you're probably dehydrated, or even cramping during activity. Also, headaches is a sign of dehydration. And actually, fun fact, high blood pressure, chronic high blood pressure, chronic dehydration can lead to chronic high blood pressure. And I know this because I've helped a lot of people lower their blood pressure by drinking water. So anyway, pre-hydrate, hydrate, rehydrate for my athletes, and for anyone else out there who's doing any sort of sport or active activities. All right, I'll be back tomorrow with more water tips. Thank you. Bye. See you tomorrow.